What's up, guys? Happy Thursday. It is August 22nd, and there's a nice little 9-game slate for MLB tonight. Before we get into the picks, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you get alerts on when I drop new content. If the videos or the information has helped you at all, a like on the video is always appreciated. It helps me out tremendously. And then if you haven't already, like and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the DFS Picks. So 9-game slate. We got 5 guys at 10K or over. Garrett Cole leading the pack at 12K. Love the spot that he's in. You see his consistency pretty much throughout the season. He's been a top tier pitcher all year long. He's facing a Detroit team who struggles offensively. They faced off against Verlander tonight. Verlander, I think he had the mid 30s in points and DK points. So I could see definitely the same kind of thing going from Cole tonight. The only issue with him paying up to 12K is there's not a whole lot of value on this slate. So while I do like him, if no further value comes aboard, the guy that I would be pivoting off to would be Mike Soroka down at 10K, facing off against another bad offensive team in Miami. Same kind of a corollary on that. Just like Verlander beat up on, I guess he didn't beat it, he lost the game, but Verlander had a great performance against the Tigers. Julio Teheran for the Braves had a great performance tonight against the Marlins. Actually, I think he won the slate pitching wise as far as value goes. I think he had in the low 30s in DK points at only 8K in salary. So I think it's going to be another night like that for Soroka. I don't know if he wins the slate at 10K, but I definitely more affordable. He saved 2K over Cole, and you get a good pitcher against a very bad offensive team that struggles against righties. So that would be my pivot down from Cole. Not a whole lot in between. Scherzer, yeah, 11-4 in a good spot against Pittsburgh, but if I'm paying up to 11-4, I might as well just go up to 12K to Cole. I'd much rather have Cole. Marquez, not a whole lot of interest. Syndergaard, same thing, going up against Cleveland. I don't really trust Syndergaard kind of in general. Yarborough's definitely in play. Maeda's definitely in play. Going down the slate, Waggy's back, not really against the Dodgers. Dodgers have been pretty hot. And the only other guy going down would be Savale, possibly at 6,200 if you need to pay down against the Mets. Mets do strike out a lot. If you look at Savale's game log, middle of the road as far as strikeouts go. So definitely someone in play, but a lot of risk carried there. So that's pitchers. If I was going down right now, I'd most likely go Soroka and Maeda. Even that's paying up a good amount for pitching. 18-1 for pitching on a slate with not a whole lot of value. So we'll go to bats. First, going to go to Cleveland and go to a very reasonably priced Yasiel Puig. So he's going up against Syndergaard, and Cleveland has been they've been playing pretty well. Their bats, especially the second half of the year, very solid. Couple of off games, last one against the Yankees and this one against the Mets, little off, but since he's come over to the Indians, real solid. And you're getting a guy at 4,100 on a slate where you need guys that are in the high 3, low 4s to make it work and get good quality pitching in there as well. So I like Puig there in the outfield. You can also go over, and this is the very unsexy pick. I hate going to Oakland, but Mark Canha had a good night 2 nights ago against the Yankees with a home run. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a single and RBI so far through 6. He's got a good matchup against Tanaka. He's hitting 265, 265 ISO and 407 WOBA against righties. So he's in a good spot. Oakland's had two pretty solid offensive games against New York. They've hit 6 runs each of the first 2 games of the series. The second one's still going on right now, early Thursday morning. So he's in a good spot, and he's 4,300. So right in that price range that we're looking for. So we'll keep him in there. Now, if you do have a spot to pay up, you do want to go down to a lower price pitcher. There are a couple guys that you can go to and pay up for. One's going to be Jordan Alvarez at 5,800. He's going up against Jordan Zimmerman. Zimmerman has had a couple good games, but overall on the season, we'll go to his. Let's take a look at his stats on the season. Has had a couple good games, but if you look back before then, 2 points, negative 0.4 points, negative 0.6, negative 10. He has a 6.66 ERA on the season. There's a reason for that. But, if you look at the last 3 games that he's done better than he has, he's facing poor offensive teams in the Angels, Rangers, and the Rays. So definitely those numbers are explainable. And I expect him sooner rather than later, if not this game, very soon to come back down to earth, to the pitcher that he is. So I like Alvarez in that matchup against a bad lefty. Bad righty. We'll go to his numbers. Now, he did have a bad game tonight. I think he was 0 for 4. It's not going to show up in this game log, but he's 0 for 4. But he's a much better hitter than that. He's going to bounce back. And his numbers against righties, just monster numbers. He has a 360 ISO and 476 WOBA. Just a monster hitter. And I just go back to that game against Baltimore. That just sticks in my head, where he put up 54 DK points with 3 homers. He's had I think that 2 home run game against Oakland last week. So he has that potential for an explosive night, and it really could be here against Zimmerman. Other guy that you could go to pay up for, that's just really on fire right now, is Will Smith. Had another home run tonight, just putting up just double digits, 5 out of the last 6 nights. And he's going up in a game against Waggy Specs, a very middle-of-the-road pitcher. He's going to get 4 or 5 at-bats. The Dodgers have just been on fire recently, so he's going to get a lot of chances in a home run friendly environment. So 2 high priced options if you do want to pay down a pitcher. And then we'll get one more guy in here. We'll go up to Tampa. And it's always good to go to Camden Yards. And we'll go at, that's the good thing about having flexibility at Canna's spot. You can just put him in the outfield, and we can put Jesus Aguilar at first. So at 3,700, he's facing a pitcher in Wojo that is middle of the road, is being very, very generous for him. He had 2 really good games, and then everything else has just kind of been very underwhelming for the season. But if you get a couple hits in for Aguilar at 3,700, he more than pays off, and he has the upside of playing in Camden Yards in a very hitter-friendly ballpark, very home run-friendly ballpark, and Wojciechowski gives up home runs to both sides of the plate, so that's always in play as well. So if you have him in there with Soroka and Maeda, you have about 4K for the rest of the squad, which is, on this slate, definitely doable to fill out. Now, if there is anything that comes about that, you have some value higher up in the lineup, or something changes, you could always bump up to Cole, which would be my preference. But if not, Soroka is a very good pivot down to save you some money. So that's all I got for you guys tonight. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. If you want the full lineups, I do premium content, full lineups every night, both sites for FanDuel and DraftKings. It's $10 a week or $30 a month. I am going to have a special for the YouTube viewers and the people who subscribe, doing a combination for NFL and MLB as we get close to the end of the end of the preseason for NFL, beginning of the NFL regular season. I'll have that out probably in the next week or two. But yeah, definitely follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the DFS Picks. If you haven't liked this video, if it's helped you out at all, please shoot me a like. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button